Alright guys, so for this we're going to be doing a convection demo. So I'm going to use this giant beaker, so the biggest beaker I've ever seen. Here it is, 5,000 milliliters, and I'm trying to create a temperature gradient. So that means that I'm going to try to make it colder on the top than it is at the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some ice. So I'm going to throw in some more just regular plain old ice that I have over off to the side. So I put some in earlier, but it melted already because I was waiting for the rest of my materials to be prepared. So I put some ice in the top, so it should be colder in the top because the ice floats than it is at the bottom. So I'm going to pause and then I'm going to grab my other material. So one. Okay, so now I have my other material. So I have this. This is a bottle of red food coloring and water that I put on the hot plate so it's warm. And then I made some blue ice cubes as well that I'm going to add to the top. So I'm going to be putting the red food coloring into this beaker. It's fairly hot, but I didn't make it boiling because I didn't want to burn myself. So I'm putting that there, and I'm going to pour the ice into the top, and we're just watching to see what happens to the colors, okay? So just making some observations of what's happening to the red and what's happening to the blue. In fact, I wish we had a solid white background, so I'll try and add a solid white background for just a minute. Okay, so we see the red is piping up, okay, along the ice, and then we see actually some of the blue falling, okay, and then the red start to fall on the opposite side. So if we were to trace it, it would kind of go up, across, around, and now I can see it very nicely, kind of churning in almost a circular pattern. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. I used the blue ice cubes this time instead of the food coloring. I'm kind of wondering if I just add a few loose drops of food coloring up in there, how that'll do, because the ice cubes are melting, but they're not melting that fast, let's be honest. So we'll add a little bit more blue just to get the effect, okay? So this was not frozen into the ice cubes, it's just blue food coloring. So we're watching the blue fall on the other side, the red's dropping on, or rising on this side. Okay. It's mesmerizing, it's like watching a lava lamp or something. Very simple ingredients, and now I can see some of the blue getting close to the red bottle, which is hot. I'm not boiling, so I didn't burn myself, but okay. And then we see some of the blue just starting to rise up the other side. Okay, so this is what we're looking at, this type of circular motion. As things heat up, they rise, then they cool and they fall on the opposite side. So this is what we're looking at, and this pattern is actually called convection. So what we see in this gigantic beaker is exactly the types of patterns that we can see within the ocean, but also within the atmosphere. So the convection currents can occur in liquids and in gases. Right? So this was demo number 2, so I hope you enjoyed it. Now it's getting, what if I take this away? At some point it'll just be purple, so it's already getting kind of purple if you look at it. But we can see that mixing occur. All right, so stop here and then we'll go back to the other notes. All right, thank you.